As a freshman, BYU Connect is a great opportunity to find different majors that you might be interested in, different career paths.
BYU Connect uses their connections and resources to help freshmen find jobs and pick a major.
The Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square serenades listeners with its yearly Christmas concert.
And these are my people who have lost everything in their life but are willing to give everything to other people.
Refugees are here in Utah, and there are ways we can help this holiday season. Welcome to UniverseLive. I'm Amy Griffin.
And I'm Emily Jones. It's Good News Monday, when we bring you good news to brighten up the start of your week. It's like LinkedIn, except it's created specifically for BYU students and alumni.
Joseph Andreasen is on campus gathering more information on one of BYU's best-kept secrets.
I'm standing just outside the Hinckley Alumni and Visitor Center, home to the BYU Student Alumni Association. This group works to help students connect with BYU alumni, and one of their favorite tools is a platform called BYU Connect.
As a freshman, BYU Connect is a great opportunity to find different majors that you might be interested in, different career paths, connect with alumni and explore.
But those involved with the program insist that the benefits aren't limited to underclassmen.
As a junior or senior, BYU Connect can be a great opportunity for you to find internship opportunities, network with different alumni in various fields, as well as find possible job opportunities.
It was super helpful for me, just narrowing down more, not just my major options, but also creating goals that were meaningful for me.
Zach says his career trajectory would not be the same without it.
I really feel like this was something that helped me get to where I was supposed to go.
But those working to grow the platform want students to gain more from the experience than just a job.
Our slogan for BYU Connect is find a mentor, be a mentor. Students can really find mentors for their careers, for their majors, and just generally for their life.
So for both current students still on campus and former students who maybe haven't been back in a while, BYU Connect's ultimate goal is to get them well connected. Reporting in Provo with UniverseLive, I'm Joseph Andreasen.
BYU Sports had an incredible no-loss November.
He goes for the end zone, open is Puka Nacua, touchdown, Cougars take the lead! Puka Nacua!
The Cougars are wrapping up this month with a football win against USC, taking them to a 3-0 record for November. Women's soccer is heading into the Final Four for the first time in BYU history. BYU men's soccer took the National Club Championship title. Not to mention the women's volleyball team finishing up this month with a 6-0 record. Both the women's and men's basketball teams start their seasons undefeated, with the women's basketball team having back-to-back upsets against Florida State and West Virginia, and the men's basketball team jumping 6 spots to number 12 in the AP poll.
A short film directed and produced by BYU students is receiving national recognition at the Chicago International Children's Film Festival. Student director Alicia Scott and student producer Dallin Jones worked with roughly 50 fellow students to make the film a reality. The film depicts a mother and daughter in the African country of Senegal who work hard to harvest salt by day and enjoy music by night. It highlights the importance of family and joy without dialogue between characters. The short film can be viewed on BYU Animation Film's YouTube channel.
With chaos exploding 3 months ago in Afghanistan, people fled to other parts of the world. Governor Cox issued a statement inviting and permitting Afghan refugees to relocate to Utah.
The International Rescue Committee, otherwise known as the IRC, opened its Salt Lake City location in 1994 and has since served 12,000 individuals. Catherine Bennett has the latest on the refugee situation in Utah and what we can do to welcome them.
Every day is quite different.
Natalie is the executive director at IRC, but with the new Afghan refugees,
Been rolling up my sleeves and helping pick up families at airports and deliver goods and set up apartments.
IRC was started at the suggestion of Albert Einstein in 1933 to help those fleeing the Holocaust. Loke, a refugee himself, called Utah the refugee state because of the Saints' persecution from Missouri.
Utah has this really great history that empathizes with refugees.
IRC will be welcoming 600 Afghan refugees and 600 additional refugees in the next fiscal year. IRC has programs set up to help refugees in every step of the relocation process.
And then we've built a suite of programs that help people along the way further on in their journey in building a life here.
So language, culture, but also, A lot of uncertainty, right?
Is what's hardest for many refugees. That's why for IRC, they focus on integration.
There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of trauma that people have to overcome. And so we are doing our best to help people navigate that one step at a time.
Natalie described the joy it brings to see refugees beginning to end, arriving with nothing versus 5 years later, being able to buy a home, owning a business, and finding financial and emotional stability. Lok is one of these hope-filled stories. Lok's family fled Bhutan to a Nepalese camp where he was born.
My whole life is refugees. To me, it was normal, right? Normal to live in a place where there's no light, there's no running water, right? There's no food enough for you to, eat. There's no safety. That's just the camp.
So while it's illegal for refugees to work in Nepal, people are forced to, but this leads to exploitation.
And I realized that if I wanted to do something in future, in life, living in Nepal in refugee camp will be living in a vacuum. I would never grow.
Finally, in 2011, they had the opportunity to come to America.
Nobody speaks English. I was their interpreter, and it was quite exhausting, I'm not going to lie, emotionally.
His mom was so overwhelmed that just after a couple of days of being resettled,
she was like, let's go back. I think this is really difficult. Let's just go back.
But they didn't give up that easily.
We were very resilient.
Now, 10 years later, they are thriving, but they couldn't have done it without the help of others.
It's a little tiny thing that they did that really changed me in my perceptions, and I really am grateful for those people.
Natalie said the best way Utahns can help refugees is learning the needs of your nearest organization and personally getting to know the refugees.
And these are my people who have lost everything in their life but are willing to give everything to other people. We came here with nothing and we work so hard to be where we're at. We bring courage, we bring resilience, but also we bring a lot of good food, Despite of all the trauma that we've gone through, we still are willing to help other people. We still have this open heart to bring people in our life.
The church released the new exterior renderings of the redesigned Provo Temple. Last month, President Russell M. Nelson announced the planned reconstruction of the Provo, Utah Temple. This reconstruction will result in a major redesign and exterior overhaul to the temple just shy of its 50-year mark. The Provo Temple's location will remain the same at the mouth of Rock Canyon. The Provo Temple's renovations will begin as soon as the new Orem Temple construction is complete.
The Tabernacle Choir is preparing church members for the Christmas season with their most recent performance.
The best thing about the real Christmas story is that it's both miraculous and true.
The show last night, called An Invitation to Hope, featured Christmas hymns and a narrated piece calling viewers to look to Christ's birth this month. You can find this performance and stream others on YouTube under the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square page.
The Church of Jesus Christ is bringing back giving machines for the holiday season. The machines are part of the church's annual Light the World campaign. The machines were canceled last year due to COVID-19. You can use the giving machine like a vending machine, but rather than purchasing a drink or snack, you're browsing charitable donations to those in need. In Utah, you can find giving machines at University Place in Orem and at the City Creek Center in Salt Lake.
Skateboarding in Provo has a new look.
This board specifically is made from plastic from Malikahana Beach in on the North Shore, Oahu.
Find out how these skateboards are helping save the environment.
Ski season is officially here in Utah. The sun is out, but what we are also going to be seeing is the air quality dropping this week. I'll tell you more coming up next.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to have my seat?
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Now that the Black Friday deals have cleared out store shelves, get ready for a whole new week of shopping.
Today's deals for Cyber Monday are perfect to get a jump start on buying gifts for the holidays this month. You can see here on Amazon there are pages and pages of stuff to scroll through. You can grab a new tablet, update your kitchen or closet, or grab toys for the kids in your life. Normally, Cyber Monday only lasts for today, as you can see from the clock ticking on these items. Other stores and sites are extending their deals to the rest of the week, so keep an eye out.
Provo resident and BYU Idaho student Mark Mann is fighting pollution one skateboard at a time. Lindsay Bakes found out how recycled water bottles, medical equipment, and bottle caps can turn into a sick and sustainable ride.
Mark Mann and his brother-in-law Wyatt Remington began making skateboards out of plastic a year and a half ago. Mann wants to show people that recycled materials doesn't mean bad quality.
For recycled plastic is like it's lower quality, you know, it's reused. It just has kind of like a trashy vibe. But for us, like, we wanted to show people like, hey, you can do tray flips on this, you can kick flip this, you can 50-50 on this.
Mann and Remington gather materials from all over the world, with their most recent contributor being beaches in Hawaii.
This board specifically is made from plastic from Malikahana Beach in like on the North Shore, Oahu. This plastic was collected there, and then about 30% of this plastic was also recycled medical equipment. Obviously syringes can't be reused, so all that stuff gets sanitized, shredded up, and we use it to make skateboards.
Each board stops over 3 pounds of plastic from polluting the earth. Local skaters say they think sustainable boards could be a cool idea. Mann believes that making products like skateboards will help people get outside more and appreciate the earth.
We don't have a solution for stopping all single-use plastics, but we are taking that trash and getting people outside where hopefully they can learn to appreciate a little bit more of the outdoors and maybe get more bought into the cleaning up of the earth.
If you're interested in recycled skateboards, check out the Backcountry Swell to shred sustainably. Reporting for UniverseLive, I'm Lindsay Bakes.
Utahns are taking advantage of the fresh powder at newly reopened ski resorts. Alta, Brian Head, and Brighton opened last week. Park City opened up just yesterday, and Deer Valley will open this weekend with Sundance on the 10th next week. Brighton is also holding a charity event. You can go the first 3 Wednesdays in December for $40, and Brighton will donate part of that to a different charity every week.
Speaking of ski resorts opening up, this is in Park City where there is practically no snow. Resorts are having to make their own snow so people can enjoy winter sports. I have heard many worried about the levels this year and what the winter will bring, but what I do know is that the first official snowfall in the valleys will be next week, which means there will be some in the high valleys as well, which is going to be amazing. Behind me, you can see Salt Lake City and this haze right here across the mountains. This is what we're going to be seeing the rest of the week. So here's what we've got. We have a strong high pressure coming in from the west coast, bringing us warmer temperatures, light winds, also contributing to the haze. And then we're also going to be having a yellow air quality. But hopefully that will subside into next weekend. But here's today's temperatures. Logan, 53 is your high, 30 is your low. Provo, 55 is your high, 33 is your low. And then in St. George, 66 is your high, 36 is your low, all across the board, 50s and 60s. For South Utah in the south, here's what we're looking at. We're going to have sunny days all until that weekend. Beautiful. We're starting Tuesday at 70 degrees, ending at 67, and then we'll be in the 40s at night. And then in northern Utah, this is where the haze comes in. We're going to see that all weekend, week into the weekend. We're going to be right there in the 50s, so a little bit chillier there, and then at night we're going to be right there in the 30s. So Tuesday 32 degrees, ending at Saturday at 34. But this is what I'm really hoping, that we'll get some snow next week, because we really need that and people are looking forward to that.
No kidding. I mean, we're hoping for our white Christmas here, so we're going to need some in the next month.
Yeah, it's Utah. Where is my snow? But you know what? The White House is getting a white Christmas, so to speak. First Lady Jill Biden is unveiling this year's holiday theme and decor as gifts from the heart.
Yeah, her office says it was inspired in part by the challenges of the coronavirus pandemic. More than 100 volunteers from the local area spent a week decorating the inside and outside of the White House. The display includes 41 Christmas trees, about 6,000 feet of ribbon, 300 candles, more than 10,000 ornaments, and nearly 79,000 holiday lights. Biden will be joined by a number of National Guard members and their families later on Monday to enjoy the festivities. That is quite a lot of lights. Have you guys started setting up for Christmas yet?
So I have got my Christmas-themed salt and pepper shaker with its matching butter tray. That's as far as I've gotten, but I'm already feeling it. What about you guys?
I love it. I love it. Isabel?
I haven't yet, but I would love to go there. I think that would be beautiful to see and a great experience.
It sure would. Christmas is the best. Thanks for joining us today for UniverseLive.
Have a great day.